All right. Good evening, and I hope that this audio works. Last night I made a 25-minute video and a 22-minute video. Both of them, audio did not work. I don't know what happened. I did not have my stuff on mute. I think actually, now I just said that, there was something, I had a pop-up that said something about some drivers that were bad. So I'm doing this tonight a little differently with a different audio source. So hopefully this is actually recording, and when I'm done, it actually recorded. Because if it didn't, that's going to be really frustrating. But I'm going to talk about, okay, the other day, I didn't get to really share this, which I really was excited to share. I was able to get Minnesota down to the winning number. And I'm going to show you how I did that. Okay. First of all, I'm going to show you what I seen. I'm going to start off right away here. So we're going to look at digit filters by key. Okay. And this is what I seen. Sorry, I have to go to the correct one. I go to A-Tracks. I go to V-Tracks, A-Tracks, Neighbors pretty much religiously. So, okay. So this is what I seen on Saturday. And you'll notice here that this is annoying, right? Same number comes up. I hate that. But this is what I seen. Okay. This one here stands for 1 and a 4. This stands for a 3 or a 7. And now I kind of did make a jump, and I realize it now. Like, I was so sure, I was so excited because I thought for sure I had the number, and I did. I had the winning number, but it didn't have to fall like I thought it was going to. Okay, I realized it now. But see, I thought there was going to be a 1 or a 4, and I thought there was going to be a 3 or a 7. Okay, because you'll see that they drop together every time there's an X like this. That means it dropped together. Okay, a 1 or a 4, and then a 3 or a 7. And I thought, man, it hits a lot. But what I was really doing, and see, it did hit, and that's exactly what it was. Okay, that hit, and then also this one hit too, and you see it was out 3, and you can see that one was definitely due too. So that would, if I would have added that in there, I would have even had that. Even though I already had the number, I would have had it even. It would have confirmed it more for me. Okay, because the sums were yellow. The sum 8 was yellow. I knew there was going to be a 0, 1, 2, or a 3 in the pre-sorted. I knew that there was going to be a high chance for a 1 or a 4 or a 3 or 7. But see, then I put them together for some reason, thinking that it would drop together, and it did, thankfully. I had like 10 numbers, and then this was the only one that fit the bill. And I really thought I was going to drop 170, but I still got it. But I really thought it was going to drop 170. But you'll notice here, if you go down through this, you'll see some of these are out 9. So if you're looking at this as a combination, 0 and 1 A-Tracks, you know how often they hit together, right? Or even just alone. Okay, let's just look at them alone once. But as a pair, in a sense, like you're following them. So you got 1 and a 4, right? A 1 and a 4 and a 3 and a 7. So how often does a 1, 4, 3, or 7 hit? Well, look at this. You think out 5? No, it's actually only out 2. You think this is out 9? It's actually only out 2. You see that? Because then you're just going off of each one of these. So 9, but it's not really 9 because you're saying that there has to be one of these to hit. So in reality, of all these, I think that the longest it's been out is 2, if I'm right. So 2, see that? 2, 2, 2, 2. And then this is not 5, it's actually 2 because you're looking at as a combination, right? 5, not 5, it's actually only 1 because 1 and 1. And then it hit again. See that? 3, but it's not 3, it's actually only 2. All right. And then 3, and then it hit, and then 2, and it hit, and then 1. So tomorrow there is a chance for, I'm not going to say it's not going to hit, but there's a high chance that one of these is going to hit again tomorrow because it just hits all the time. Now you could do the same thing with any of these other ones. You can create create something. I was looking at it in a way, how can I look at this differently? You know what I mean? And that's what I'm doing. Like for instance, let me show you for V-Tracks for tomorrow. See, I knew in my video last night, I said there's going to be a 3 or an 8, and there was a 3. See? Because this was out and there's a high chance. Of course, you can never guarantee it, but it was definitely there. It was within a 90 percentile. And just because patterns repeat. And, well, I noticed something. Okay. When you look in, like I said, you can do this for any of these, but I'm just doing it with this one for now. Okay. So check this out. So when a 3 or an 8 hits, okay, the 4, A-track or V-Tracks 4, that's a 3 or an 8. Whenever that hits, what does it like to hit with? Okay. So I'm going to just do it with this one right next to it because it's just easier to look at. So let's see. This is a 2 or a 7, and this is a 3 or an 8. So watch. So when it hits together, okay, whether it's a double or not, when it hits together, that's a hit. Okay. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hit. Right? Now I'm going to save you the time. That's the longest it's been out of all of these, all the way back into May. I think there's an 8 in there somewhere, and then the rest of them are like a lot less than that. Let's see this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So right now we're at 9. So guess what's coming back just by pattern alone? There's going to be a 2 and a 7 used, or 2 or a 7, I should say, and then a 3 or an 8. So that could come as a combination. It could be just like this. A 2 was used, and then also a 3 was used, or it could be, whatever. It could be. I'm trying to find different here, like 0 to 8. So this was the 2, and this was the 8, right? Because this stands for a 2 and a 7. This stands for a 3 or an 8. So it could be a combination, or it could be, it could come as a, let's see, I'm trying to think of another example, but you get the point, right? Hope you get the point, like 7, 9, 8. See that? So that's what I'm going to go for right now. Now you could do the same thing with this side too. Look at this. So 1, 2, I'm just counting in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's been out 7 times since this is hit together. Okay. And then 1, 2, hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, hit, 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 hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, hit. 1, 2, 3, hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what just happened to my mic. Sorry. My mic just went crazy. It got super loud in my ears. What the heck was that? Okay. So, you see what I'm saying? So you could do the same thing for this one, but see, this one's been on a little bit longer over here. And I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there. It's like crazy. It's probably not even affecting the audio on that end, but on your end, but on my end, it's like I just move my mouth a little bit away from the mic and it's like freaking super loud. So, okay. Sorry. So I'm just going with these ones for now. Okay. You can do that with any of these. So I'm just trying to think of how can I look at these differently? Because I look at these all the time instead of just being like, oh yeah, this is old 6, it's gonna hit, or look at this one's hit, this one's hit 5 or 6 in a row, it's probably gonna miss. Those are good ways to do it, but I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to look at it differently. And like I said, I'm going with these ones. So when you do that, let me show you over here. I'm just going to do this so I don't waste your time. So I have it on as a 3 or an 8 and a 2 or a 7. It can be a combination of them. It could be 3, 7. It could be 2, 8. It could be 3, 3, 7. It could be 2, 2, 8. It could be 8, 8, 2. It could, you know what I'm saying? Even though I don't think it's going to be a double, I'm not going for a double. I still have it in here, but I'm not going for the double. This is what I think it's going to be, long story short, tomorrow. This is my favorite right here for straights tomorrow. Okay? For Minnesota. And the reason why Well, I think there'll be a 0, 1, 2, or 3, I hope. And then this here, these pairs right here, you see, I think one of these pairs will be used tomorrow. Okay. And then this is the straight tracking system of mine. And I really think that one of these is coming back. And why do I think one of those is coming back? Well, long story short, look at this. What do you see? What do you see when you look at this? Besides highlighted yellow, what do you see highlighted? You see the 1 on the front. 1, 1, 1. Look at that. 1 dominates. Look at that. It's out. I don't care. It's 20, 20, 20. I'm just looking at the 2 in the front. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3 in a row, and then there was a 1. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it went out 4. But the rest of them are just 1s and 2s, right? Pretty much just 1s. Right? 1 dominates. 1's coming back. And if 1 comes back, now this is at a specific time period, and these are straights. Okay. So I think that one of these patterns right here, the ones that are highlighted, are going to hit. And so I did my stuff boxed. Okay. I got it down to this right here. So this is my top 4 for Minnesota tomorrow. Okay. But after I did the straight tracking and after I added the blue SBPP, although, maybe that was a little bit much because I'm thinking the blue is due. If you look at Minnesota, there hasn't been a blue. So 1, 2, it's only 2 draws, but I mean, look at 1, 2, 3. Look at all the blue. 1, 2. I think the odds of blue coming back are pretty good. 1, 2. See what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's a great chance for a blue to come back. But I mean, okay, even if the blue didn't come back, right? So this is my top straights. These are my top boxed. Now, let's just say the blue didn't come back tomorrow. What do we got for straights? We have 11 straights. So that's still not too bad out of 1,000. So hopefully I can get that tomorrow again for Minnesota. Now the pairs, I'm going to show you why I picked these pairs. You want to know why I picked these pairs? I'm going to show you. I'm keeping more frequency tabs open because it's easier for me to just be able to have one that's dedicated to certain things, and I don't have to jump around so much, even though it's ridiculous how much stuff I have open. I am going to go through it, but this is one thing I want to show you, but let's go over here. These are why I think that one of those pairs is going to hit boxed, okay? I got it on boxed. I got it on all pairs. Minnesota, pick 3, obviously no sort, options only. 20 days. I got it at 20. I fluctuate between 10 and 30, but let's go to most recent. Oops, sorry. Most recent. There you go. Same situation I'm looking at. I'm all about the times drawn or currents or whatever you want to call it. Okay. Because things just work as patterns. And you'll notice here, look at 2, 2, 2, 3. Right? There hasn't been a 1. Now I could highlight all these and show you, but look at all the 1s. And what's nice about the pick 3 is look at, typically, not all the time, but when there's doubles, it's different. But when there's a single, okay, when there's a double, there's only 1 or 2 used. But see this? Or 2. But 3 are used. So 3. So look at this. There's a high chance for 1 to be used tomorrow because 3 more are going to be used in the times drawn. So it probably isn't going to be 2, 2, 2 again tomorrow. It could be. It could be 2, 3, 2. I'm not saying it can't be, but that'll just put the next day's drawing at a super high chance for these pairs to be pulled. One of these pairs to be pulled. All right. So what I would love to see, what I would love to see is the blue to be out 5 or 6 draws right now, because then I would definitely bank on that and then come over here and compare. But at this point, I'm looking at just this 1, because see the 1, I think the 1's coming back tomorrow. And if the 1 comes back tomorrow, it's one of these yellow pairs, 100% guaranteed. the next time a 1 is pulled, it's going to come from this right here. Okay? And it's going to be pulled in the next draw or two. Like, how can I not? I can't say 100%, but right? No, we can never do that. But you know what I mean when I say it's super high chance. This is coming. Now I can figure out which one. And if you don't think it's going to be a double, you're going to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to get rid of a bunch of them. 5, 6, right? 7. Now, and now you can go look at the top pairs that are due right now, and you might be able to, get it really low. But I'm not going to do that right now. All I did was I took these yellows, and I brought them over to Slasher, and I put them in here. That's what these are right here. Okay. And then this is the patterns I picked based off of the straights. And I'll show you where they came from. And that's not it. I must have got rid of that. But I picked those straights that I showed you. And I got these because I took whatever this spit out. I think it gave me 30 numbers. It gave me 30 box numbers, which is this here. So remember, a 3 or an 8 or 2 or 7 has to hit tomorrow. It might not, but that's what I'm going to go for. I think it's a good bet. And there's things like this I could get rid of. I could probably say the red's coming back in the SBP because look at that. There's a huge gap there. And that red kind of comes in like clockwork. See that? But there are some big gaps there. I could probably get rid of the 2 purples on the 0 to 3. There's a good chance for that green or orange to be making a return soon. Okay, I could do stuff like that, but I don't want to roll too many dice. So I'm going to keep it as is right now. And then a lot of times, like I've been doing, let's see, like today is 631, right? So let's go back just 1, 2, 3. Let's do 3 drawings here. So what are we missing? We got 0, we got 1, we got 2. We're missing a 3. We're missing an 8, right? A 3 and an 8. Well, what was used today? A 3. See that? Now, sometimes you got to go back 4 draws or so to get that, but a lot of times that works really well. I guess it's just like it's the thing that I've been doing over here using this key counter. You can put in the latest drawings or whatever and come up with that, but normally I just take a quick eyeball at the last 3 or 4 and determine, like, I think 8's due. There's a good chance for 8 to be coming back. Like if we go back to 3 here, now if we start brand new, you got what's missing. We're missing a 5. We're missing an 8. And we're missing a 9. I think that's it, right? 5, 8, 9. So we're missing a 5, 8, and 9, but the 9 was used here, and so was the 5. I think the best one is the 8, but just say a 5, 8, or 9. You could say that if you wanted to, and if we did that, 5, 8, or 9, then that would get, well, that still had that in there. So, yeah. And I got it down to this because I used Lotto odds this time, and I broke it down by, I just got rid of a few things here. I got rid of the 2-1 on the 1-2 sum. I got rid of the root sum 1. I got rid of, what did I get rid of? The in and out. I got rid of the out and in, out and in. And I think that's all I did. Those 3 things. Because I think this is going to flip over to like a 1-1 or a 2-2. Probably a 1-1 or a 1-2. But I'm not going to just single it out. So that's what I did. I don't think I did anything else. And that's what I got it down to from those 30 to start off with. Okay. I think that's what I had it down to. Okay. So, that's that for now. That's all I wanted to really show you is how I got it down. Now, I also got, I've been using this lately, and this is really cool. This was another big thing I did the other day when I got it down to the winning number. What I did was I went to descending 8 years in a day, and then I highlight the top 4, because look at the drop off. See that drop off? It's just across state lines, right? Well, look at this. See, this was used today. 0. When there's a 0 in the times drawn, it means it was used, right? Well, that brings you down to 24 boxed numbers. Okay, and I think that one was out a lot too. I think that might have been out a lot. And now what we have, the longest one out right now is 12. Now, of course, these could be used too, but if you wanted to, if you see in your state or something that, there hasn't been a 0 in a few draws, it's coming back. One of these 4 is going to hit. I would do, and then, I'm not saying play all 4. I'm saying look and see, is 2 odds due or is 2 highs due? Or what do you think it's going to be? 2 lows and 1 even? That's when you guys start doing some of the filtering and figure that out. But first of all, where is the winner? Okay, yeah, so the winner must have came from now and again. Okay, never mind. Okay. So, like, looking at this, I'm not really seeing, I would say, yeah, of course, that this one here is the most due out of the top 4. Because look at the drop off. So this one here, even, odd, high, low, that ain't going to stay out. It could go out longer, but if you jump around, look at other states, these top 4, just pick one here. Georgia. Same thing. 8 years, 1 day, you'll see the drop off. It's a huge drop off. And there you go. That was used today. And then the longest one out right now is that ain't going to last long. Even, odd, high, low for Georgia. That's coming back, right? Same thing. Just go to another state. Let's see. California. Highlight the top 4. Oh, yeah, that was used right there. See, top 4 again. Even, odd, high, low. And then here you go. This one's out 20. So California, you're going to be getting an even, odd, high, low soon. Look at the drop off. 766 is 353. Go to another one. Let's do the big one. Let's do New York. New York, top 4. And there you go. It was used again. And then the longest one out, you can't really do too much with that one. But that was hit again, top 4. And let's do New Jersey. Here we go. New Jersey has not hit a top 4. There has not been a 0. Guaranteed a 0. Okay, guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? When I say guaranteed, it's not really guaranteed, but it's coming. One of these is going to hit. Now you can go and look and see what's due, and then maybe narrow it down to just 2 of these. Okay, if you think 2 highs are going to hit, then narrow it down to 2 of these. That's 48 box numbers. Or get down to 1. All right, the top one right there, that one's out the longest, if you want to look at it like that. Let's see. Let's do one more. Let's do Texas. Here we go. Oh, look at this. Look at Texas. What in the world? Look at that one. 64 draws that's been out for. That's a long time. That is a long time. And I'm using even, odd, high, low merge. So these are boxed. Remember that. Okay. And you can find these in requested filters right down here. So that's crazy. I would say that's coming, but man, that's like, what? That's a long time. And that's just an even, odd, high, low. That's should be seeing that come back here in Texas. That's the longest I've seen. Let's do Pennsylvania. You don't see them that long. Might be good to look at this in the chances charts too. It might be easier to see a little bit better, or like I said, like these are the top 4. So write these 4 down. The way they drop. Of course, they're top 4 because they're not, they're mixed. I'm just saying, like, this is a nice way of looking at it. That's all I'm saying. It's obviously nothing special, but it helped me. The other day, I had 2 different options, and I knew that there's a high chance for one of those, and that's what it was. I was busy, and I wish I could have put more on it. But this is really cool filter. I like this. I'm going to do some more mess around with that. And then I'm doing something else now too with the straight tracking. Now I'm doing pre-sorted ABC, you see here. Okay, instead of doing just numbers like I showed you, like if you do numbers 8 years in 1 day, Okay, let's not do 8 years. Let's do 5 years in a day. This is what I was showing you earlier, that one's going to come back, right? 100% that one's coming back here, any draw now. And if you think the one's coming back, well, here, go to numbers by options. Okay, because I don't want to do reduce because that's going to remove repeats. We got to do numbers by options. I'm just going to show you. Okay, we have to, okay, first of all, you have to figure out which, where was it? So go to descending and go to most recent. And we're looking at the ones. So not the 19, because the 19 is going to turn to a 20. So you're going to start off at 58, pattern 58. And you're going to go all the way down to 48. So 58 to 48. So let's go back to, just keep it as descending and go to numbers. So 58, basically to the bottom. Where is it? Why don't I see it? Oh my gosh, I don't see it. Okay, here it is. So there you go. One of these, next time there's a single, there's a high chance, I feel, that this is one of these is going to be dropping, one of these straights. And see, now you can look at it and you can say, well, which straight is it, right? Which pattern do I think is going to hit, right? Well, if you go to Minnesota, you're going to notice that sums 14 through 17 hasn't hit in 12 draws. Okay, that's a long time for 14 to 17. Now, unfortunately, this just hit because yesterday I believe that there was going to be a 1 or a 3, and the 3 did hit on this. And this brings you down to 22 box numbers. 1, 3, and 5 repeat a lot. So just make note of this. This is a really cool filter. So I can't really look at that anymore. But I mean, I'm not going to. So looking at these, that's what I've been doing though. So I know I'm all messed up because I got these on different states. So looking at Minnesota, and that's how I got my numbers down so low. Okay. And looking at Minnesota, that's why I got it down to this too, because I did the sums here. I did sums 15. I didn't do 14 because I don't think there's going to be a 2-1. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, is what it is. I'm going to stick with this. Well, hey, 14. Okay, yeah, see, I think it's going to not be a 14 just because I don't think there's going to be another 2-1 on the 1-2 sums. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's what I'm going with. Because I could add that in there. It's going to give me 6 right there. Those 6, I don't care. I'm not picking it. I'm sticking with that because, see, the 2-1 hit, that's 2 in a row. A lot of times it flips after that. I'm just going to stick with that. I mean, it could go 3 in a row. I'm sure it has. But I don't care. That's what I'm going with. And also, when you look at the straights too, you'll notice I knew there was going to be a change up today. I should have remembered that. But look at this. No red or purple. Red and purple are outstanding. So one of these red and purple is going to be hitting. And what are the red and purple under the straight tracking? Well, right here. Here's the red. These are the sums in purple. And I think it's going to be 15, 16, or 17. So I think a purple is going to be coming soon. And that's what I think. And see, another video, I'll have to do a different video. I'm going to do a video based on the high odd because see the high odd hit again. This high odd is only 230 straights. And that one hits a lot. And if you can try to time it by using the 1 to 10% filter, you can really time it for a state if you're playing online, because that sucker's coming back. Okay. And see, I was going to get into the pre-sorted stuff of this, but I'm already 29 minutes, so I'm just going to shut this video down. But I just want to get into, I'll do that at a different time. But that's what I got for tomorrow. And then I wanted to say pick 2. You'll notice that these 13 right here hit the most. These are boxed. Okay. And then I'm going to hopefully get back into playing Pick 2. It's been a while here. I was trying the other day, but I just gave up. I just wasn't seeing much. And then a number came up eventually. But hey, 4 for midday in Florida is going to be dropping here. I got these things all over the place here. So that's distance. That's. I was trying to look at this even odd merge to see how this works, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to do boxed, and we're going to do all keys. So a 2 or a 5. 2 or a 5 should be hitting in Pennsylvania. And I already started that too. So I have this right now. I put this here just to remind myself. So I'll work on this a little bit more. This is if these are straights, a 2 or a 5. And then I said even odd. I'm thinking an even odd is going to make a comeback because if you look at the even odd patterns here, there hasn't been an even odd since the first. And you can see that, that should be coming back here. So that's what I got for Pennsylvania right now, based on if that even odd hits, and then a 2 or a 5, and then one of these. And this is just based on occurrence. So that's what I got right there. And I really like leading with the 2, or not leading, but just, yeah, I guess so. Obviously, but the 2, these ones here are my favorite. I'm going to work on that a little bit more, but I was going to say Florida midday. I think it's just Florida midday because it finally hit in together. But yeah, 4 is out, 31 draws. So I'm still trying to grasp how long these stay out in Pick 2, but they definitely stay out longer because there's not that third digit to help recycle it. So, but I think that's getting pretty close here to max. So it should be coming up here. The 4 should be making a comeback. And let's see what it was in the evening, because that can help sometimes. Oh, look at that. 3 yellows in a row. Probably be a pink or a blue too. Let's see. Yeah, oh, look at that. The evening 4-7 hit. Dang it, man. I played 4-7, 7-4. Not now, but just like maybe back like right around in here, trying to go for that. That was like one of my top numbers too. Dang it. So I'm thinking that 4 is going to maybe make a comeback tomorrow for midday. So keep an eye on that one. I'd say maybe a blue or a pink, just based on the mid. If you go to midday alone. Wait, no, was that? No, I got this all messed up. If we go to midday alone, 3 yellows hit. I mean, it could go 4, but it has been 4. But majority of the time, it will flip. So I'm thinking there's a high chance for, oh, look at that, no, 0-3 or 7-9. So, well, 7-9, but not with a 0-3. I'd be more interested in a blue or a pink and then a 4. That's what I'd be looking at. And then go look at the patterns. I haven't even looked at Florida yet. Yeah. So that's all I'm going to talk about right now. Hopefully the audio worked on this, and hopefully it made sense how I got the number down to the winning number boxed, and then I just played all 6 ways. So, and then I want to talk about the pre-sorted. I should show you this real quick. No, I'm not. It's already 33 minutes. So, all right. Well, have a good night. Hopefully this helped. And then also the STS cut sums that I was talking about in the straight tracking, I'll do another video based on that later, because it deserves its own attention. Because see the high odd hit again in Minnesota, and actually it'd be easier if you just go look at it over here. I mean, look at this. Let's just jump around. Kentucky, high odd. Let's see. Go to Georgia. I haven't looked at these. They're high odd hit. California, high odd hit here. Pretty much the same thing for the root sum, but then it takes away a little bit of numbers, but it's not that big of a difference, really. Oh, look at this. There hasn't been a high odd in Idaho. That's coming back. It's only 230 straights to start with. Do another one. Let's do Louisiana. There you go, that high odd that we come back. The best bet, like I said, though, is this 1 to 10% filter. Like you see these right here, Florida evening, you're going to be getting a blue, right? West Virginia, pink. Pink's coming back, West Virginia. That starts you off boxed right there. But like I said, you want to do straight tracking, go to straight tracking and do cut some here. Straight tracking, cut some 1%. So low even. We're not looking at that one. Let's go to 2%. See what we see. Here we go. High odd. Florida evening and Puerto Rico high odds. 2 high odds right there in the 2%. I would expect those to be hitting pretty soon. So Florida evening. Look at Florida evening ones. Let's see. I'd rather see it combined, but let's just look at it. So there hasn't been a high odd cut sum. So these are the cut sums. These are the root sums. So cut sum, there hasn't been a high odd cut sum. Remember, these cut sums and root sums are based off of the actual pattern number itself, not off of the draw. You'll have to go look at regular cut sums and stuff like that for that. Okay. So, but there hasn't been a high odd since 821. So I would expect that to be coming back, making a comeback for sure. That's 230 straights. I think it's time to get in on that. You know, if you wanted to, just start. I'm not saying play all those. I'm saying, because look at that. See, that one took, oh no, it's about the same. 328 to 302. Right now we're at, what are we at? Oh gosh, yeah. Wait, what? Did I miss it? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So 821 to 96, I think it's coming. You know, you could start off with 230 straights and then start bringing it down. You know, bring it down a notch. You know, and you can look at what does high odd like to hit with? Does it like to hit with the yellow all the time, or does it like to hit with purple, or does it just kind of jump around? I haven't really got into that yet. Definitely a 0 to 3, and probably that high coming back for Florida. See, that's the thing about online. I can get just swamped, and I just sit here and like find little things for each state, and I'll be like, oh, this, trying to write everything down, and then the evening comes, it's like, I ain't playing nothing. I ain't got time. It gets busy, so I'm trying to focus in on just a few, and you know what? That's what I did with Minnesota. I got it down to the winning number. I just need to get that more often. You know, I had that before. You know, people be like, oh, it's just random. You can't win. You can't do that. It's random. Well, I had it down to 0, 1, 7, boxed down to the winning number, and I had goosebumps because I knew there was a super high chance that it was going to be the number, and it was. And it feels really good when you see it. And then I had the same thing happen about a year ago in Wisconsin with 582. I right before I went to bed, I just literally was like smiling because as I'm looking at it, I'm like, I just knew it's going to be 582. And it wasn't like I just feel it. The patterns, everything was pointing to it. Like lots of things lined up perfectly. It doesn't always happen like that. It's very not that often. That's why I'm trying to look at these charts over here differently to kind of come up with something that helps me to manipulate that, you know. Like as soon as this hits, I'm going for this one then, you know, because this one's going to be hitting back with it soon too. And that's only 30 whatever numbers I said, right? I can't remember what I said. See these two right here. Here, let me get rid of these for a second, and I'll show you what that is. So let's get rid of those. So you start off with just this here, not doing 0, 1, 2, or 3 either. It could be, whatever. Okay, now I got it straights. But there you go. It's only 192 straights. But we're not doing that. Let's do boxed. 36 box numbers. That's where I'm starting with. And then, like I said, if I think a 0, 1, 2, or a 3 will be used, which, you know, a lot of times it is. And that brings me down to only 30, right? And then if I bring in all that stuff that I just did earlier, okay, I didn't need to put that in there. Let me just get rid of that. And I don't need to do that one. Sorry, I was going to shut this off. Now I keep doing stuff. And then we're going to remove box. Actually, what is it if I keep it in boxed? 258 and 357. Let's do unboxed. I'm thinking straight tomorrow at 11, right? That's what I had earlier. So that's what I got from Minnesota. Could be wrong, but I'm going to start working on it like this. I'm start looking at what's due. Like I said, if you go to this here, and go up to boxed, go to 1%. Okay, go to keys, all keys, and then go to like V tracks or A tracks or neighbors. Okay, let's just do the top one here. That's what I mean. So just go to V tracks. So here you go. These are showing you ones that are out right now. And what's nice about this is you can go and look and say, like I just said something from New York, didn't I? I can't remember. I can't remember what I said about New York. Hang on, I got to drink real quick. All right, something about New York. I can't remember what it was, but like, look at New York. So key 4 is out in the V track. Well, what is key 4? That's a 4 or a 9, right? I'm sorry. No, it's not. It's a 3 or an 8. So let's go over to New York ones. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Is that just midday? That's just for midday. Let's do midday alone. Oh, look at this. See? Okay, so it's out 7, right? So long as it shows a 3 or an 8 is coming back to New York. So, and then look at this one though. This has been out 5. So this is a potential big one here. Because look at this. This likes to hit together a lot. See that? No, there's times when it doesn't, but I mean, right now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it hit, and then 1 hit, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then there's 2 hits. 1, 2, 3 hit, 1 hit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hit, 1, 2 hit. 1, 2 hit. Yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But that's not the majority of them, right? I mean, there's some bigger ones here too, gaps there too. So it doesn't have to hit right now together. These two don't have to hit together, but there is a good chance possibly, right? But I think it's possibly a good thing to go for, that it has to have a 3 or an 8, and then it has to have a 4 or a 9. See, that's what I'm talking about. But let's just say we came here and we didn't see this was filled. Let's just say we just seen this gap. Well, then you can start looking around. You can go over to the A tracks and you can say, well, what's going on over here right now? Is there anything over here that would match, that I would be able to say also is really good chance of hitting? And like this one here is a 0 or an 8. So is there a chance for a 0 or an 8 to hit tomorrow? Yeah, there's a good chance. So I would say tomorrow, but see, there's the 8. That would help maybe give me that 8. Let's go to New York together. And let's go to neighbors. So neighbors is showing these two blank. And these equal a 0 or 1. And then this equals a 2 or a 3. Okay. So definitely a 0, 1, 2, or 3 tomorrow, just in general. And then, but see, then there's that. I was hoping that there wouldn't be 3. You see what I'm doing though? That's what I'm talking about. Because if you can get it down so you have where you say, okay, I'm thinking tomorrow there's going to be a 3 or an 8 in some fashion inboxed. And then I also think there's going to be, let's just say, a 4 or a 9, that's when you're like, now you got 2 of the numbers. Now you just inboxed, you just brought weight really low. So that's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm going to work on, because start off in box and do that and then flip it over to convert it. I'm going to shut this off 44 minutes. So have a good day.